Hi, my name's Sue and I love sharing my easy recipes so you can try doing them at home. So today I've got Spelt Pizzettas. Pizzetta just means mini pizza. I love making them with spelt because they're a little bit healthier than white flour. So if you'd like to see my Spelt Pizzettas, come with me and let's see. So first step, I've got my oven heating on 220 degrees. You want it as hot as possible. I've got a Celsius oven with a fan. So if you've got Fahrenheit, just pop it on as high as you can get it. Or if you've got a pizza stone or steel, you can use that. But I'm just showing you the simple way. And I'm going to use my KitchenAid with the dough hook. If you don't have KitchenAid, you can just do it in a bowl with a big wooden spoon. So in the bowl, I've got 500 grams of spelt flour, whole grain. And in there, I'm going to add my dried yeast. It's instant dried yeast, so you don't need to prove it beforehand. We've got 7 grams of dried yeast. I'm going to do grams today because it's really important with doing bread to have exact, precise measurements. So I'd strongly suggest weighing everything. So adding in 10 grams of salt, and we're adding in 10 grams of sugar as well. So we'll just mix that up a little bit. Just on low, and as that's mixing, I'm going to add water. It's just lukewarm water, and I'm going to add 200 mils to start with. The tip is not to add all your water. We want to save about 50 mils because we may not need it. I'm adding sunflower oil, or you could add olive oil, so that's 40 mils. For my other pizza recipe, which is with just regular white flour, we don't add oil because it doesn't tend to need it. But with the spelt flour, because it's got a grain and it's a bit more like wholemeal flour, the oil just helps it have that elasticity, which is lacking usually in this kind of flour. So we're going to just mix this for about 5 minutes. The trick is you want to have your bowl looking clean, and then you know it's done. I'm just going to pop it up a little bit higher. I'm going to add a little bit more water. And then we've got 50 mils left. Now at this stage, you might be tempted to throw all the water in, but don't do it. Wait until you've reached your 5-minute mark because you'll be surprised how well it comes together. And look at that, my bowl's clean and I've got a really nice, soft and moist dough. Now the next step is we want to just let it sit for at least an hour and a half until it doubles in size. So as you can see here, I've got 50 mils of water left and I didn't need that. So what I'll do is going to add a little drizzle of oil into my bowl. We're going to rest that dough, and it's great to leave it in a warm spot. Depending on what season you're in and how warm your house is, you can either just leave it in the kitchen covered. So I'm just going to cover that with plastic or a damp tea towel. Or the other trick is if you've got no warm spot, turn your oven on and then switch it off and just let the bowl sit in the oven without the plastic. Maybe just leave it with a cloth. So set that aside, and magically I've prepared some earlier. So this is what it should look like. So my little dough baby's ready. Just for the video, I did one earlier. So I'm going to add a little bit of flour to my bench top. So I've got a little plastic dough cutter, so that's easier to get that out of the bowl. So it's lovely and fluffy. So next step, you can either do small little ones, golf ball size, which makes about 12, but we're going to make them a little bit bigger. So I'm going to divide my dough, or weigh it rather. You don't have to be so precise either. You can just pull them apart and make whatever shape. So we've got 774. So let's grab my little calculator out. So I'm going to make 774 divided by 6, 129. So let's weigh out 129 for each dough ball. So the next step is, I'm just going to do 3 for the video today, and then we'll use that later on. Because we're doing like little pizzas, what I do is I roll it into a ball. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make the pizza straight away. So with regular pizzas, you usually prove it again, but this is my quick way of making pizzas. I'm going to grab my rolling pin. So I've rolled it out. So I'm just doing it that shape, and we're grabbing our prepared tray with some brown paper, and then I'm going to lay that flat on the tray. So we've got our 3 little pizzas. I'm going to show you another way. Stretch it out by hand. You can just use your fingers and then stretch it out like this if you didn't have a rolling pin. Or you can just use your knuckles to form the shape. So that's the other way. No rolling pin, just by hand. Next step, we're going to make them into potato pizzas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drizzle some olive oil just straight onto the dough. 1 potato. I'm just going to slice it on the thinnest one you can do. Got 1 ball of mozzarella, and I'm just breaking it and putting, probably don't need the whole ball for these 3 little ones. Next we've got some Parmesan cheese. I'm just going to grate that on top. And the last thing I'm going to add is got some gorgonzola cheese, which is like a blue vein cheese. I'm going to add a little bit of that on top because I need to use it up. This is super strong, so I'm only going to put 3 little dollops. So now they're ready to bake, and I'm going to bake them for 10 minutes in my hot oven. So here we have my spelt pizzettas. They smell absolutely delicious. Lunchtime here and I'm super hungry. So thank you for watching. Hit the thumbs up if you've liked my spelt pizzetta video today. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new and you haven't subscribed yet. And stick around because I've got a few more videos that I'll share with you. Let me know in the comments below if you tried this and you've liked it. And also share it with a friend. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye!